Hello, welcome to my tutorial series. Today I'll give you my best tips on how to create a mascot for your client and how you can help them improve their brand. A lot of clients know what they want for a mascot, but about half of them don't. There's a couple of ways you can lead them in the right direction to make both of your lives easier. Don't be afraid to use your experience and knowledge to suggest a few things to them. So firstly, number of mascots. Let's look at my 3 best suggestions for the optimal amount of mascots to have. 1. One character branding. 2. 2 characters. And 3. Every emote is a different character. Let's start with the first one. 1 character for your whole branding. Some people might think that having only one mascot for a big channel that has 40 to 60 emote slots may become redundant and bland, especially because they all have the same color tones. In my experience, this is wrong. Some of the best brandings on Twitch are channels with one single character as their mascot. You have to choose the right one for you. Choose the artist that you like, and the mascot will come alive as you start having a lot of emotes with it. Now let's look at the second option. 2 characters. I generally suggest 1 or 2 mascots. I think that more than 2 starts diluting the brand a little bit. 2 characters can complement each other and offer a good balance. For example, here are the emotes that I've made for my good friend Fire Dragon. We used to have only the dragon mascot for a while, but we wanted to try adding a second mascot for variety and balance. And I suggested a blue penguin because it would be the biggest contrast to the dragon. A blue toned character that lives in the cold, contrasting the hot red dragon. The branding really came alive this way. But would the branding be less successful if it had only the dragon alone? No, I don't think so. It would have a similar outcome. So it's a bit a matter of preference if you want 2 mascots or just 1. The third option. Each emote is a different character. An example of that is a channel like my client Dizzy Kitten that uses a completely different cat character for every emote. Every one of them is a different character. But why is it working? The key thing here is that they all have a common theme. They're all cats, and they all have a different color. This would even work if they had normal cat colors, as long as they're all looking like different cats. So we've seen other channels use the same concept with different colored dragons, birds, etc. I have to say though, when 3 channels want this concept with the same animal, like colored cats, it starts to lose its uniqueness. In this case, the brand is not attached to one mascot, but a concept, and you can't copyright the concept. And this is why I prefer option number 1 and 2. Oh, here's a 4th option. It's to use meme faces, like funny photocrops of stupid faces. That's a fine emote branding for some channels. If they're all about the memes, then they don't need to hire an artist. I'm just listing this here because it's actually a viable emote brand for some people. Next point. Helping a client choose a mascot when they have no clue what they want. Yeah, this will happen a lot if you work with new streamers or affiliates. So here are my tips. Once more, don't be afraid to use your experience to give them inputs on what's popular and what generally doesn't work well. For example, what do you do when a client says they would like some Pokemon emotes? Well, 2 things. You should inform them that even though many streamers use characters like Pokemon, mascots from games, Rick and Morty, they're all copyrighted characters. Nintendo or any of these companies absolutely can come and DMCA their channel, and they get a big penalty for that. They could even get sued, so it's a great thing to inform them. It's not only just that, but they could also lose the branding that they invested in, and all of their fans are invested in too. The second thing is it's not very unique. Anyone can and will have Pokemon as their emotes, and it's not their property. It's not their branding at all. Okay, maybe don't talk to your clients this way, but make sure to tell them the risk of using copyrighted characters as their emotes, and tell them the benefits of having their own personal unique brand. Emotes are incredibly important for a streamer's success and income, and they are their whole brand, sometimes even their whole identity. They are that important. So they really should take emotes seriously and have their own original characters. Alright, so when a client doesn't know at all what they want, I ask them if they have a favorite animal, or something that really yells at them, that really represents them. What things do they like the most, that they associate themselves the most with? Even if it's a sandwich. Heck, a sandwich character could be a good brand if the guy's name is Best BLT Sandwich Dude and he loves sandwiches. There you go, so you can lead them this way. What are your favorite animals? What are your pets? We all know animals are quite popular as mascots, and they also make good emotes because they're easy to simplify, and they can look good in small resolution. But some of them are also quite overly done. So if the client says, okay, well I absolutely adore cats and elephants, I would say, oh my gosh, I could make you the cutest elephant ever! Cats are overrated, and there's 1,000 cat channels on Twitch, so I would definitely personally suggest that one. So the generic good leads are favorite animal, their pets, or a chibi/cartoon versions of themselves. That's totally fine. They will often want a chibi version of themselves, like a mini them, and a pet. That's cool. There, you have 2 mascots for your brand. Your favorite kitty and a mini you mascot. Great, that's a brand! Here's an obvious tip for streamers working on their branding. There is almost nothing more important than consistency in your branding. Have a theme, a consistency in your characters, but most importantly, a consistency in the art style. Once you find an artist that you like working with, keep them for as long as you can stand them, and be nice to them. But I mean it, your brand is one of the most important things about your business. Keep your artist, keep the art style of your emotes consistent, and keep your mascots consistent. There you have it. Last but not least, here's a few tips on actually inventing a mascot from scratch for your client. This is probably why you clicked on this video, but if you're looking for actual drawing tips for making individual emotes, I've covered most of that in previous tutorials if you want to check it out. Alright, inventing a mascot is by far one of the hardest and sometimes nerve-wracking part of working with a new client. All you really want is for your client to love the results, but you also have to be very careful about making the character as unique as possible, professional, stylized. That's not easy. Every one of us artists have a different style, so the biggest challenge comes when 2 different clients come asking you for the same animal in your specific style. So you're gonna have to be very careful, spending some time making the characters very different. So for creating a mascot, get your sketchboard ready and go ham. Make a bunch of quick different versions of your general idea. If you like the eyes, keep the eyes in your next sketch. If you like the hair, keep the hair. Keep redrawing until it's shaping up and becoming interesting. Feel free to use Google Image to look for leads. For example, for your client, best BLT sandwich dude, you may want to search on Google for cartoon sandwiches. Bam! You'll have a few leads on where to start, or it will spawn some of your own ideas. If the mascot is a dolphin, an elephant, anything, don't be shy to search for cartoon elephants, cartoon dolphins. You were not born knowing how to draw dolphins, for one thing. Sometimes I have to draw an animal that almost has no reference on Google Images as cartoons, like none of them give me a good lead for the quality that I want. So I just Google the real deal. Real animal pictures, baby sloth, cute hedgehogs, learning about their real features and skin pigmentation. I can go on and exaggerate them into a cartoon myself after that. So this can be very valuable to look at the real animal first. So yes, don't be afraid to take a few leads from the internet, but make sure to make your character yours, as unique as possible and in your own style. When the mascot is your client's pet, ask them to give you a few good pictures of them, so that you can find what could make them a unique mascot. A few unique patches of colors in the face, for example. And if the mascot is a cartoon version of themselves, just go on their Twitter profile. Streamers always have an Instagram link. Yes, I often have to creep on my clients and look at their Instagram, literally to look at their clothing style, their hairstyle, and hair color. Alright, I think that about wraps up this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll be sure to continue with these tutorials very soon. I'd like to invite you to join me on my Twitch channel. I stream about 4 days a week on this channel right here. I make a lot of emotes on my stream, sometimes character artworks. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.